Setting up meeting for YouTube Live. Ma'am, for the time being, you did not allow anyone and you have been made the co-host now.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. I've sent the link, ma'am. Oh, okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am. 8:50 only, no, ma'am. You have to come. So. Oh, so I'm so sorry. Did I say that, ma'am? I'm sorry, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, I've just sent you the link. I'm not started recording a set because
you want me to record?
No, I'll do the recording. The recording will start right away. I've stopped it for now because we don't want it now. No, only when we are going to initiate the meeting, the event live, we'll start recording it. Not now. Otherwise, it will be a waste of Vidula. In about 10 minutes, we'll start the recording. What time do you intend to start, ma'am? 8:45, right?
8:50, you can start the recording.
8:50.
Principal will come at 8:50.
Okay, fine. 8:50 sharp. I'll start the recording, right? Fine. Now you can admit, ma'am. I think if you want whoever you think needs to be admitted, you can admit them. And before that, you could also give the link for YouTube to everyone.
Yeah.
I've sent it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you check it live? I think it was working live.
No, I didn't check.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's working.
Right.
Give the link for YouTube to everyone. I sent it to you.
My principal doesn't have Zoom. I apparently told her it's on Google. I might do it on Google Meet.
Okay.
So she's now downloading the app.
Okay. No problem. Yes, no problem, ma'am. It will take just 2 minutes, no, just 2.
Yeah.
Preeti, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, in the meantime, if you want to put up your PowerPoints or share whatever you said, no, அது எதுவும் இருந்துச்சுன்னா வீடியோ எதுவும் இருந்துச்சுன்னா you can put it up.
அது 8:50 தான் பண்ணுவேன்.
Oh, 8:50. Fine. You have it, no? You have it ready with you.
I have it ready.
Perfect.
And now about admitting people, or what should I do?
Committee people.
No, admitting people.
Yes, you can, ma'am. I think you can.
இல்ல இப்ப நான் எப்படி பண்றது?
அது ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. நான் உங்களுக்கு co-host பண்ணிட்டேன்ல. I have made you co-host. Just you have to admit.
Okay. Nobody is coming, that means. Okay. 9 people.
Ama, you can admit all also.
Oh, they'll keep coming and have to click in. Yeah, the usual thing.
Yes, the usual thing. Yes, exactly.
I don't know how you do a talk every day, so I'm in jitters.
Nothing like that, no. It's gonna work out perfect.
And then what about that spotlight one?
Spotlight வந்து ஒண்ணும் இல்ல. இப்ப see, if I am there, on the top you'll have 3 dots, no, on top of me, on என்னுடைய பேருக்கு பக்கத்துல. So what you do is there will be 3 dots there.
Participants.
ஆமா, participants-ல you will have 3 dots above everyone. அதுல வந்து you can உங்க இதுக்கு மேல கூட you will see that. What you have to do is அதுல வந்து spotlight for everyone ன்னு இருக்கும். For example, now I'm spotlighting you. அது பாருங்க, உங்க இதுலயே நீங்க பார்க்கலாம். என் இதுல பாருங்க, you can spotlight me. You see 3 dots above me, not to the.
I think they're all not thing. So admit பண்றேன்.
வேண்டாம். If you want, you can admit. If you want, you can admit them. No problem.
Yeah. I think only you made me the host. If names are இருந்தது admit பண்றேன்.
ஆமா. இல்ல, you can try the spotlighting, ma'am.
Tell me.
The 3 dots above every name, no? Each name is there.
Enter பண்ணுங்க. Okay.
And the 3 dots இருக்குதுல மேல. Not to the right of the screen, to the left of the screen.
Right of the next to the name 3 dots are there.
3 dots. And the 3 dots, if you click on that,
ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Raksha.
Hello.
You will see spotlight.
Good morning,
video.
madam.
Yeah.
Invalid idea. We have all joined, ma'am. Shall we? You want me to create a Google link then in that case? But the thing is,
we're going live
yes,
on this.
ma'am. If you're not able to, I'll just shift entirely to Google. Okay, ma'am. Rufus, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Principal says his ID is invalid. She's not able to join. Then அப்படினா நம்ம குயிக்கா Google link shift பண்ணிடலாமா?
Oh yes, not a problem.
What else can we do? Then record பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறமா போடலாம். I'll just see whether she can join. Just pray that she can join. I think I'll just நீங்க என்ன ஸ்பாட்லைட் சொன்னீங்கல்ல? Okay. உர்மிளா நேம் இருக்கு. இப்போ உர்மிளா பக்கத்துல சொல்லுங்க சார்.
Ma'am, இதே சேம் ஐடியா மேம், இதே Zoomல மேம். ஓகே மேம். இப்போ அது புது இது போடுவீங்களா மேம்? அதே குரூப்ல? ஆ ஆ ஓகே மேம். இப்போ shall I come out from that? இந்த லிங்க்ல இருந்து வெளியே வந்து திரும்ப மேம் எனக்கு எக்ஸ்டென்ஷன் எல்லாம் தெரியாது மேம். எனக்கு அப்புறம் டைம் அதெல்லாம் தெரியாது மேம். டைம் அப்படியாங்க மேம். சரி மேம். ஓகே மேம். தேங்க்யூ.
Good morning, ma'am. Niti ma'am, good morning, ma'am.
Hello, Kavita ma'am, welcome.
Hello.
Good morning, ma'am.
Hello. Ma'am.
Principal Madam, you're there, no, Madam? I can see Principal Madam. Good morning. Let me check if our.
Hello, ma'am.
You're there, ma'am? Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Am I
Rupa, ma'am?
audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible, ma'am. You can start your video also, ma'am.
Is it okay, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Morning, ma'am. This is Raksha.
I am very much tense to know.
Morning,
I
ma'am.
don't have. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, Raksha.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning.
Rufus, sir, my video is not starting.
Just a minute, ma'am. Ma'am, I guess you have to unmute your video.
I have done it, sir.
Yes.
My audio is unmuted, sir, but my video is not getting unmuted.
Just a minute.
Oh, wait. Start my video. Varli, sir.
Ma'am, it should come. You have muted it, actually.
Fail to start the video camera. Please select another video camera and setting.
Ask to start video. I've even given the request.
Yes, sir. Something's happening. It says cannot start video. Fail to start the video camera. Please select another video camera and settings.
Okay. It should happen. Not a problem.
Till now it was there, sir.
Yeah, that's okay, ma'am.
So I think it's okay if I'm not visible. We can start.
Okay.
Shall we?
Yes.
Ma'am, Preeti, ma'am, shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, you can start. I'll be admitting people. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Wait, I have to. Raksha, I have to play the video.
Okay.
Rufus, sir, we are recording, no? Oh no, we are doing
Yes.
it on. We are on. Yeah, we are recording.
We are recording. Yeah.
Yes, Raksha.
Good morning to one and all present here. Invocation is our belief, custom, and tradition. We never proceed without it. So let us begin this program with Tamil Thai Varthu.
Yes, yes. Just a minute.
I feel blessed to extend a warm welcome to you all for this orientation program for the first year UG students titled Making the Most of the BA English. The greatness of humanity is not being human, but in being humane by Mahatma Gandhi. I deem it a pleasure to welcome Dr. S. Samuel Rufus, Assistant Professor, Department of English, Madras Christian College, Chennai. A good humane is accepted to be here as a resource person makes us happy. I welcome you, sir. To be simple is the best thing in the world. Gilbert K. Chesterton. An ideal human is known for showing due respect, kindness, simplicity, dedication, sincerity, and perseverance. She is none other than our revered principal, Dr. B. Uma Maheshwari. A delightful welcome to you, madam.
Thank you, Raksha.
Great leaders do not desire to lead but to serve by Miles Munro. Yes, with a great service mind, Madam Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan finds happiness in the welfare of the students and proves to be a good leader. She is industrious, a good signpost. She is the backbone of this program, which wouldn't have been possible without her. We all enjoy the bloom of happiness today because of her. I feel proud to welcome you, Madam.
Thank
I,
you, Diraksha.
I also welcome the other dignitaries, faculty, colleagues, and also dear students. Now, I request our head of the department, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, to introduce our Madam Principal.
Um, Good morning to our dear students and welcome to our beloved principal and our chief guest, Dr. Samuel Rufus. May I take this opportunity to acquaint our young listeners, our young audience today, with a wonderful human being we have as our principal. She is a combination of an ideal combination of uh, knowledge and experience. Our beloved principal is also a great academician and rank holder in MPhil. She was the first rank. She secured the first rank in her MPhil, and so we have a person whom we can emulate. Madam has published several papers in national and international journals. She has great administrative experience and she served as a controller of examinations in Bharati Women's College. Her expertise has been sought even in the Teachers Recruitment Board and Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission. She has been in the recruitment panel for various colleges. While this is what her profile states about her, and I feel her profile is an understatement, because what we are seeing of Madam in action is a dynamic person, a good human being, a warm and understanding person. And Madam, I have told you on several occasions that we are so happy that you have come to our college as principal, and we look forward to a bright future under your leadership, Madam. So welcome to this meeting and this very special occasion, because we know that your words on this occasion can impact the lives of these young girls who have entered our college. Um, I now welcome our chief guest who will deliver the inaugural address, Dr. Samuel Rufus. Dr. Samuel Rufus, I can describe as a friend of the department, and he is a brilliant academician. He has published, he has given more than 150 lectures, and his publications equal the number of lectures he has given. He has published 9 books, and I wouldn't like to very drably paint him as a workaholic. He is a bookaholic. That's what I can say. He loves books, and I'm part of his readers group called Readers Rendezvous. And in my association with his group over the past 2 years, I have grown in leaps and bounds. And I just want to share my blessing with all of you. Dr. Rufus is a blessing to me, and this blessing to me I want to share with all of you. Welcome, Dr. Rufus.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, I welcome my colleagues who are like my sisters. We have a sisterhood in the Department of English. And let me tell you, sir, that our department is more than 50 years old. It was started in 1957. And the college is 106 years old. Sir, sir and madam, and I would like to share with you the purpose of this program, making the most of the BA English program, as title is self-explanatory. Uh, my colleagues and I have often been thinking about orienting the first years, and we were able to make this dream a reality. So I thank this sisterhood at the Department of English, and I appreciate each and every one of my colleagues for sharing this dream and contributing to this program. I thank the students who have shown so much enthusiasm. The first UG students, may I tell you that you are welcome to Queen Mary's College. This is a gesture from our side to welcome you, and we hope that your stay with us is very fruitful. I won't stand between you and 2 good speakers you have today, our beloved principal and Dr. Rufus. But let me make a small contribution in terms uh, of engaging your thoughts. The first thing I would like to say is I want you to remember just one word. That word is vision. That word is vision. So you need to have a vision for the next 3 years of your life. And I got this word vision from a wonderful book by Norman Vincent Peale, The Power of Positive Thinking. In this book, he says that if you want to go to a certain place in your life, you need to visualize that. You have to see that in your mind's eye. And I am witness to that kind of visualizing, envisioning one's goal. When I was a student, MA, MPhil student, I dreamed of working in a college which had a big campus. So you see, I just want to tell you that God listens to our thoughts. Human beings cannot listen to our thoughts. God listens to our thoughts. And when I dreamt of working on a big, large, beautiful campus where I could have a nature connect as well, I got my employment also in a college which is which has the sea on one side and the vast sea on one side, the vast expanse of the sky, beautiful trees and birds and butterflies. And I love every day of that I spend on campus. So I love my teaching and I love my campus life. So you see, when you envision something, when you have a vision in your mind, that vision will in some ways come true, in many ways come true, because there's a famous saying: when you desire to do something, the whole universe conspires to make it happen. This is what Paulo Coelho says. When you desire to do something good, the whole universe conspires to make it happen. So, on this positive note, I hand over this session for inauguration to our beloved dynamic principal, Dr. Uma Maheshwari, and I welcome you, ma'am, to take the podium.
Thank you, madam, for your kind words. And I feel greatly honored and humbled by your nice words, madam. Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, madam, you're audible.
Okay. Good morning to every one of you present in this online venue today. It gives me immense pleasure to deliver the presidential address in this orientation program for the first year BA English students, titled Making the Most of English Literature program, organized by Department of English, Queen Mary's College. I would like to extend my warm welcome on behalf of this prestigious institution to Dr. Samuel Rufus, who is going to deliver the inaugural lecture, definitely which is going to reveal the magic that rests with the literature. And thank you very much, sir, for accepting our invitation and being with us in this program. My heartiest congratulations to Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, head of the Department of English, for organizing this program, who is of course instrumental to this program. Despite the extraordinary pandemic situation the world is being grappled with, my appreciations are due to Dr. Raksha, Organizing Secretary, Dr. Sumati, Dr. Kartiga, Dr. Urmila, and Dr. Sandhya, and who are going to engage the students in the upcoming session, and all the faculty members of Department of English, Queen Mary's College. I know that the presidential address, what is called, very limited, but I would like to say something in this August occasion. A Chinese proverb says, if you are planning for a year, sow corns. If you are planning for a decade, plant trees. And if you are planning for a lifetime, educate people. So, my dear students, welcome to the next level of education and learning. No doubt you are the most valuable resource, building blocks of strong nation, best to hope for future, and our prestigious institution and its manifold activities revolves around you, and you become the center of everything. And hence today's orientation program, which is definitely going to bridge the gap between what you have learned yesterday and what you are going to learn tomorrow in our college. Well, there are so many ways, tips, guide to make the most of the English literature program. But I would like to suggest, which I used to tell my physics students, that is, nowadays a lot of college students neglect to read for fun and pleasure. In each semester, apart from your curriculum, be sure to keep a book of your choice, preferably an English book. It may be a novel, or it may be a collection of poems or fiction on your bedside. So reading widely gives you more to think about, talk about, and learn about. Reading introduces you to the perspectives different from your own. And the studies have shown that reading for pleasure will make you empathetic and reduce stress levels also. At this juncture, I am reminded of a quote by George R. Martin: "A reader lives thousands of lives before he dies. The man who never reads lives only once." An active reader would be a better writer, critical thinker, and a subtle communicator. And these skills definitely will benefit you in any workplace for that matter, and they carry over to your personal life also. So much about making most of English major is about bolstering your reading and writing skills with other digital talents. English, though it may not be a knowledge by itself, but it is an effective communicative tool. Definitely, this orientation program would be a curtain raiser for the upcoming events in the Department of English, and I request the team, under the able and active leadership of Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, to conduct various activities to instill, uphold, and enhance the literary skills of students and give them the confidence needed to use English as an effective tool for conveying their ideas. So, my dear students, I am sure that you will all feel enriched after the completion of this orientation program. And let me wish on this special occasion all of you the opportunity to leave your signature in the annals of our college history. Good luck. Have a great day. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam, for your inspiring speech and good advice for our students. Uh, Dr. Samuel Rufus is an eloquent speaker, and put in my words, he has the talent of receiving the attention even of the people sitting in the last row. It is said that human mind gets easily distracted by other thoughts while listening. Dr. Samuel Rufus has broken that, and he never allows his audience to get distracted till his completion of speech. Such a brain box and a polymath he is. Dr. Samuel Rufus started his career as lecturer with the American College, Madurai, and later he joined Madras Christian College as assistant professor in the year 2003. His areas of interest are post-colonial studies, bioregional studies, and literary theory. Academic achievements: recipient of the University Gold Medal in MA English and winner of the President Venkataraman Gold Medal for Academic Excellence, Bharatidasan University, Tiruchirappalli, in 2002. From His Excellency the Governor of Tamil Nadu, Sri P.S. Ram Mohan Rao, winner of the Tamil Nadu Government Merit Scholarship for Excellence in Academics for PG students, Bharatidasan University, in 2001. He has been as resource person, chairperson, and been invited for 150 talks. He has published 9 books in journals and chapters in books 15. Papers presented in national and international conferences are 50. He is a member of PhD doctoral committee in various universities across Tamil Nadu and Kerala, also a member board of examiners in various city colleges and in deemed universities in Tamil Nadu. Once again, I welcome you, sir. Now I request you to deliver the inaugural lecture.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for those kind words. Thank you, Principal Ma'am and Head of the Department of English and all the faculty members for having invited me to this very pioneering initiative by the Department of English. I think this will go down in the annals of QMC and in the history of any Department of English as a very pioneering initiative done to orient the first BA English literature students to what is in store for them in the next 3 years of the beautiful journey across the most blessed course available on the planet, that is the BA English Literature program. And first of all, I would like to appreciate and congratulate you all, dear students, for having selected the most blessed course, the program on the planet ever available. And you are so blessed in many ways. So first of all, you should thank, Mata, Pita, Kuru Devam, everybody. You should thank God, then your parents, then your teachers, for having given you this blessed opportunity of being a part of this wonderful, enriching course. right? I'll be quick and I'll be brief. The first, thing about that, I have 10 points for you this morning. The first point is, right, in this beautiful course that you're going to undertake for the next 3 years, this is cultivating your own personal space, right? It's called a sacred space, right? And what you are going to do in this personal space is very simple. It is a space exclusively for yourself, where not even your closest of friends are going to come near you. They can't even access you during this time. Every day, spend at least 2 hours. What we do is, when we were students, we were taught in the 1990s, we were taught to have at least 3 hours of personal space every day. And you know why? Because in this personal space, no one is going to touch you. No one is going to come near you. You can look at the picture there right in front of you, and you are going to do what you like most. It could be reading, it could be writing, it could be dreaming, it could be painting, whatever you like in this 3 hours. As a student, as a learner, it is your space. And every day, as you build up on this space, just imagine it's a huge, right, a bubble. Every day, right, you build up on this space. Each and every day, 3 hours a day minimum you should spend on yourself. And when you do this over a period of time, this personal space gets not one day. Sometimes we do it impulsively and do it just for one day and then leave it off at that. Not like that. Every day, a minimum of 3 hours for yourself, where you'll be exclusively yourself. And then, right, over a period of time, you'll find the person in you, because of this personal space that you've created for yourself, becomes a personality for you. So how do you attain a personality? Very simple. When you create or celebrate or maximize your personal space. There are students who capitalize on this personal space. Whatever happens to you, even when you go on a tour, even if it is on a holiday, even if it is, a holiday for you, still have a book with you. You must have seen some people when they go to the beach side, in the evenings or in the mornings, they'll be just lying down on the beach, having a sunbath, but still they'll have a book on hand and reading. Why? Some others might be, taking photographs of them. Hey, look at this guy, look at this girl. Very odd, no? They are reading a book, right, in the beach sunbath. That is, they are cultivating their personal space. Even if you are on a journey, even if you are traveling, even between between class time, when you get the time, you cultivate and cherish this personal space. In this personal space, you can mute your cell phones or even switch off your cell phones. The more you cultivate your personal space, the more respect you will get in society, in your classroom, from your teachers. You need not be accessible to anyone, everyone, every day on a call. For every message, you need not reply. As a student, this is brahmacharyam, then grihastham, then vanam, then sannyasam. In brahmacharyam, you need not worry about grihastham at all. Now you have to be concerned only about yourself. Exclusively, you're building up your personality. And the moment you start doing that, how can I develop my personal space, sir? Queen Mary's College has a wonderful ambience, good library. Whenever you get free time, rush to the library. Sit there, start reading. Don't be confused about selecting all the books there. Just take one book that comes to your hand. 30 minutes, read that book. Any book that comes to your hand. In Tamil, there is a proverb, no? Kandade padithal pandidan agalam. So whatever comes to your hand, just read it. And one more way to cultivate your personal spaces, every morning you get up after your yoga, your meditation, whatever. After that, read the day's newspapers. A coffee costs you 15 rupees, but a newspaper costs you just 3 or 4 rupees, per newspaper. And to print a newspaper, we are told that it costs more than 22 rupees to print one newspaper. I'm not exaggerating. This was said by N. Ram at a conference. He said it costs more than 22 rupees to print one day's newspaper. Just imagine you are asked to photocopy a day's newspaper of 48 pages. How much it will take you? They will ask you more than 2,000 rupees. Full color. Every page today is in color. So all these, 48 pages of information, they come to you at a pittance, at a very nominal rate of 4 or 5 rupees. Grab the day's newspaper, start reading it. At least 30 minutes a day, especially the editorial column. It can transform your sensibilities. It can make you, enlarged, enlightened in your views, in your perceptions. Every day, make sure you read at least 30 minutes of newspaper, followed by how to improve your communication skills. You can watch videos, you can watch audios, podcasts are there. Make sure you cultivate this personal space for yourself. And at least 5 minutes a day to begin with, write something, have a journal, have a diary. I've been maintaining a diary since 1992. I have been posting it on the readers group that Dr. Preeti was telling us also about for the past, many, many years. Even today, every evening, I write my diary. Why? Your personal space. Whatever happened here today, Dr. Urmila taught us this. Dr. Preeti taught us this, right? You can write it down. Today, I asked a question to my teacher. This is cultivating your space. When you do this, right, you are celebrating yourself. Television is good, but this morning on a book reading that we were sharing on the group, Mega Living by Robin Sharma, he says television is okay, but it consumes a lot of your time because they give it just like that. As Noam Chomsky tells us, no, it's just a plethora of information driven down your brain. It's not needed. You cannot choose what you need, but in a newspaper, you yourself can choose what you need. That's why read the newspaper where you can be selective in the news that you need. Otherwise, it will be like shoving down your throat, which is not needed. Right? I'll just go to the next one. Right? The next one is the difference between hard work and smart work. For example, you have a scissors. I'm just echoing Abraham Lincoln. He used a saw, the image of a saw. Imagine you have a scissors with you that is blunt. If you want to cut, 100 sheets of paper with a blunt scissors, how long will it take? It will take you at least 10 hours or 5 hours. 100 sheets of paper using a blunt scissors. But just do one thing: sharpen the scissors or sharpen the saw, and then try to cut it. Within no time, you can cut everything else. So that's the difference between hard work and smart work. Working hard is different from working smart. I'll just give you the four areas that you need to focus on to have a comprehensive personality, an inclusive personality. Some of us concentrate only on the physical. Some of us concentrate only on the spiritual. Some of us only on the mental. And some of us only, but these four need to be inclusive, come together. Only then, right, it becomes a comprehensive personality. You can work smart. So what is that? The physical part there. The physical is right, giving exercise for your udambe valarthen, uyir valarthen. Thirumalar says, no, like that. You develop yourself every day. You eat good food. Don't go for these Domino's or these KFCs or these pizza outlets, fast food. They are not good for your health, right? You can eat enriching local food like tender coconuts, good food that you get at home, natural food, right? Organic food, for your body. Then, right, the next one is spiritual, meditation, yoga, right? It is a lot of therapy. Even, observing a quiet time is, a spiritual exercise. The next one is mental, doing a lot of reading. It could be playing chess also in a way, right? Doing a lot of reading, right? Doing a lot of researching. This is the mental exercise that you give yourself. The last one is, we call it social, right? Social is, this is also important. You should cultivate human beings are social animals. Aristotle says that, isn't it? We are called social animals. We are known for our relationship with others, how we relate with others. When you talk to someone on the phone, say hello with a smile, right? Smile on your face. Automatically your voice, right? Automatically your voice will also become very, very, elevated in tone, dignified in tone. Don't have a rough tone. Don't say hello, not like that. Hello, hello. Even the raga matters there, right? So the way you relate with everyone, when you meet your teachers, say good morning with a smile on your face. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. With your eyes wide, with a smile on your face. When you say that, They say enthusiasm is contagious, right? And you'll easily win a lot of friends when you do that. Appreciate everyone, right? Don't be ashamed to appreciate people. Everyone needs appreciation, right? This is social aspect. These four aspects are very important. I'll come to the next one. This is for self introspection. You can screenshot it if you want. You can have it with you whenever you want. You can look at it. Introspection means looking within. The word spec means look, intro means within. What is introspection? I read books and other publications regularly. Regularly means habitually, on a daily basis. Do you do that? Right. Every day you should read good books and good journals, good publications on regular basis. This is cultivating your personal space. And the next one, I keep a journal or some sort of log. Do I do that? Have a journal, a diary, to engage in the writing process. Please remember, writing is equally a therapy for us. Excuse me. The next one is, I allow music, silence, or some sort of relaxing exercise to clear my mind. Some music, they say, no, maths trains the mind, tennis trains the body, music trains the soul. Every day, listen to some good therapeutic music. It'll heal you. It'll be so, it'll clear your mind. It'll calm your mind. Every day you should do that, right? And the next one is, I challenge my mind through puzzles, problem solving, and quizzes. This is another question for introspection. I'm not asking you, right, if you do that, but thinking whether we do that, right? I have a hobby, any hobby. It could be gardening. Excuse me. It could be feeding stray dogs. It could be feeding the cows in your area. It could be feeding the birds in your area every day. It is a hobby is a pastime where no money is involved. You do it just for the love of it. Your hobby is reading, sharing whatever you read. That is also a hobby. And next one, I have a meticulous system to plan and organize my time and my efforts. Do you have a timetable? Yes, every day in the morning, I wake up, do my meditation, right? Yoga, and then do this and then do that. Do you have a systematic time planner with you? Have a diary, jot it down, how much time I'm using for myself every day. That's very important, right? Now, the next question, this is for introspection again. What keeps you awake at night? After 12 in the night, if you are awake, is it for chatting? Is it for watching videos? Or is it for equipping yourself? What keeps you awake at night? I am, very much passionate about, for example, achieving something. So even in the nights, I burn my midnight oil to do that. They say like that. The next one, what are you doing so that what are you doing?
Sorry, sir, I muted you by mistake.
Yeah, that's okay, ma'am. So that your family remembers you. After, please remember, the 3-year BA program is a very short period. Till 12th, whatever you did, the long 12-year period plus 3 years kindergarten, whatever you did, doesn't matter now. After you join your BA English, no one is going to ask you about your +2 marks, your 10th marks, your 8th marks. Nobody is going to ask you. What, they will ask you is, right, how are you going to equip yourself for life? After the 3-year BA English program, a very short period of time to equip yourself, right? You have to learn a lot of skills, lot of languages. The minimum you should know is at least 4 languages, minimum 4 languages, maximum any number of languages, right? It will be useful for you at any point of time in your life. So how do you enrich and equip yourself? Get for yourself a driving license, get for yourself a PAN card, get for yourself a Aadhaar card, all these basics. Apart from that, learn a few other languages like, Hindi or French or Malayalam or Telugu, any other language apart from your vernacular and, English. And These 3 years, when you fully equip yourself, cultivate your personal space. After that, some of you might go for job. Most of you might go for higher studies. Personally, we teachers tell you, don't commit yourself for a lifetime, wedded bliss before you empower yourself. கல்யாணத்திற்கு சம்மதிக்கிறதுக்கு முன்பாக உங்கள் சொந்த காலில் நிற்பதற்கு தகுதிப்படுத்தி கொள்ளுங்கள். அதற்கு முன்பாக கல்யாணத்திற்கு சம்மதிப்பது நல்லது அல்ல. Before you enter, marriage, another institution, please equip yourself, empower yourself for life. You should be able to stand on your own legs. Don't hasten in any aspect of your life. This is a humble suggestion that all of us, your teachers, right, your mentors will give you. You should be able to stand on your own legs, be self-empowered. And for that, right, what you need to do is now cultivate your personal space. And is there something you've always been curious about? Something that has touched your heart? Something that you are very inquisitive about? Cultivate it, right? Some things come naturally to you. Cultivate it. It could be singing. It could be painting. It could be dancing. It could be fine arts. It could be playing the veena. It could be, anything that comes to you spontaneously. It could be writing poetry. Anything that comes spontaneously, natural to you, grab it, don't leave it, cultivate it and cherish it throughout your life. You'll be a great success in your life. And do you have a quiet, safe place to retreat to? That means, a personal space again. Every day, in spite of the hullabaloo around you, you should be able to do that. And do you surround yourself with sincerely supportive people? This is the most important thing. I've always told my students also. If there is one person who always looks at you negatively, who always lets you down, who always puts you down, what is this dress? What is this, churidar? What is this jeans? Very, very dull, very, very stupid, very, very idiotic. What is this handwriting? What is this face? You have a lot of pimples. What is this hair? You don't have any hair on you. If someone says like that, please remember that is the best time for you to cut them off from your life that very instant. Don't have anything to do with them. Always surround yourself with positive people, people who encourage you, people who motivate you, people who say, yes, you can. Please remember, your teachers and your parents are your best motivators. So always consult with your parents. Always consult with your teachers. Your teachers will only wish the best for you. They will only wish the best of the best for you. Surround yourself with positive people. Even in your class, you will find a variety of students. Some will be always crying, the lamenting type. Some will be always telling the bad things about their lives. See what happened to me. I'm like this. I'm like that. I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. Remove them from your life. You have just one life in this particular life. Only one path. You can't go into any path. In brahmacharyam, you are not supposed to be concerned about anybody else for the moment. Go ahead, surround yourself with vibrant people, encouraging people. The rest don't matter, right? When you want to swim, if someone pulls you down, what will you do? You are trying to swim in the deep sea or the deep river. When someone's trying to pull you down, will you go along with them? No. You will just try to wriggle out of them, push them away, and start swimming. Life is a kind of a river. You'll have to flow, right? Keep going with the flow, Ikigai says. Right? Then the next one, this is for your literature program. Personally, if I should tell you this, right, the library was the best place for me. 5 years of literature that I did, the library was the best place for me, right? The first BA class when I entered, right, we were told, initiated about the library, the college library. The very next day I went there, the librarian was there. He initiated me into how to read books, right? This was in 1997, right? Yeah, almost 23 years back when I did my UG English. The library was the best place for me. After 2 in the afternoon, when our classes got over, some of us, we used to run to the library, sit there and start reading. In between, we'll take a little break. There is a cafeteria there. We'll go take a cup of coffee, come back, sit. Sometimes you sat there for hours together, 6 or 7 in the evening. I still remember my librarian, although, the library gets over at 6, he will wait there with his hands like this. He will wait, two guys, Rufus and Santaraj, they are reading. So let me wait. And the assistant librarian will come and tell us, Thambi, it's time, you have to go. Then the librarian will say, no, let them read. I will wait. I'm so happy to see boys reading here in the library. That's why the library is there. And very soon I developed a wonderful rapport with my librarian, Dr. Manalan. And he used to ask me, what are the books that you need? See, this is how you create a rapport. And then, right, over a period of time, this rapport developed, cultivated, and I'll tell you about that later. So there, when you go and sit in the library, write down the lines or the quotes that inspire you a lot. There are any number of wonderful quotes from literature, from the poems that you read. You should have a minimum of 100 quotes like that in your memory, right? Our sweetest songs are those that tell of the saddest thoughts, says Shelley. Bliss was it in the dawn to be alive, says Wordsworth. Oh, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield, says Ulysses, Tennyson. Just memorize such wonderful quotes. Every day you should memorize at least 2 or 3. Hamlet's soliloquies, all of them are there in our minds even today because our teachers taught us to memorize some of these wonderful lines. Tomorrow or sometime when you are asked to give a public speech, they will come right from your memory and you can be so, happy that you have memorized, such wonderful lines. So, and this is another suggestion. Write something every day. Have a diary, not a journal now. Have a little book. Now you have blogs, right? Web blogs. I've told my students personally that everyone should open a blog, right? And they should write something every day, whatever they read. I also told them I'll inspect it. So every day, write something on your blog. It could be a quote that you read. Don't write many things. This is a very therapeutic exercise. The 4 skills. I think professors will be telling you about that in the ensuing days. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. All these 4 come as a blend. You can't just listen all the time. You can't just speak all the time and read all the time. Writing is also an essential art that has to be cultivated with patient practice. So, what are the types of writing? It could be reviewing a book that you read, or reviewing a movie, or an essay of what happened today. This morning, I listened to an orientation talk by Dr. Rufus, or the principal told us that literature has its own magic, beautiful words that our principal told us, the magic of literature, right? So that line inspired me a lot. So I'm going to, look at what is magic in literature. And then writing down a poem, right? I've always revered, respected, adored poets because poetry is not something that comes to everyone spontaneously. It's something so special. Only the gifted can write poems, right? So writing down a poem or writing down your own diary, that's also there. Now, this is, the reading-writing correlation. Without reading, right, you can't necessarily do writing. There is a proverb, equivalent proverb in Tamil, சுவர் இருந்தாதான் சித்திரம் வரைய முடியும், right? So without doing your reading, without doing your basics, you can't think about, writing at all. So the next one, right? Subject knowledge. The line, right? I've written there for you to have as much knowledge of the subject that will help me clear entrance exams to be selected in the best institutes of higher learning. The beautiful thought that we tell our students is know something about everything, know everything about something. Shakespeare, for example, know something about everything and everything about something. Who was Shakespeare? How many plays has he written? What was his first play? What was his last play? What was his longest play? Everything about Shakespeare, right? And this helps you in the long run because you are equipping yourself in your subject. And whenever you listen to a lecture, please remember, after the lecture is over, you should be able to imitate every word or every thought that your lecturer told you. You should listen like that, because you know the interesting analogy that they give us in school. Your teachers, they are called teachers because they will check whether you've written something. Did you do your homework? They'll ask you. Yes, miss. Whoever did not do your homework, stand up on the bench. You will have to stand up on the bench. Whoever did not do your homework, put topu karanam, right? You'll be asked to do topu karanam. In college, it's not like that. We are called lecturers or professors because you know what a lecturer does? They will not check or inspect whether you have done your homework or not. They will come to your class because you have your responsibility, stewardship, we call it. They'll come to your class, right? Stand in front of you and then give a lecture. That's why they're called lecturers. They'll give a solid lecture for a particular duration of time, take attendance. They will not even be interested whether you have got it for you, but they will give their best. Please remember, for one lecture, a lecturer prepares for at least 5 to 6 hours. I'm not exaggerating. For one lecture of 40 minutes or 1 hour, a lecturer prepares for 4 to 5 hours. So with packed with information, they'll come to class. So if you are distracted, you will lose sight of it. What you should do is make notes of whatever your teacher says. If there are any problems or doubts you have, immediately ask questions. You have some of the best professors. All your professors have, loads and loads of experience they have. So, whenever they say something, please make a note of it. And your subject knowledge goes hand in hand with the way in which you listen to your lectures. Right? The next one is, this is a wonderful line I like from Ulysses also: to follow knowledge like a sinking star. Two things they say are needed for success in life. Two things. Right? One is called a sense of curiosity. Right? Every minute of your life, you should have a curiosity. What is this? What is that? What's that? Right? What's this? Ma'am, can I know something more about this? If there is a competition, ma'am, I want to give my name. If there is a essay writing, ma'am, I want to give my name. An elocution, ma'am, I would like to participate. Although you don't know anything about elocution, just go ahead, because only the initiators, they will succeed in life. You should not hesitate, right? No, no, no. I'm not talented. I'm a stupid. I'm a dull person. Never say like that. Among the 7 or 8 billion people in this planet, there is nobody in this entire planet like you, in your talents, in your skills, in your energies, in the way you do things. We call it idiosyncrasies. In your style, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you relate, the way you smile. Can you show me one other person like you in this entire planet? The way you write, it's yours, which is called your USP. We use this exercise. USP means your unique selling point. Never, that's the next point we'll be discussing actually. Never ever compare yourself with others. Just have two things in mind. I will always have a sense of curiosity. What is this? What's that? Hey, wow, wow, wow. That energy. Till the last moment of your life, that you should have that passion. Dr. Abdul Kalam, right? I couldn't, I couldn't digest the fact, right, that he passed away, because he was such a passionate teacher. He always wanted to, he always said this, that he wanted to die teaching. And he was giving a lecture, suffered a heart attack, and he passed away. Something passionate. When you're passionate about it, like Maria ma'am beautifully told you, from The Alchemist, the Paulo Coelho's The Alchemist, the entire universe will conspire to help you achieve it. Follow your dream, follow this knowledge. Two things I told you. One is a sense of curiosity, and the other is a sense of humor. Never get irritated, never get annoyed, never get angry. Right? When do you cultivate a sense of humor? When you have gratefulness. We have a wonderful kid on the group called Sashri. Every day she will write some poem of gratitude. Gratefulness. I'm thankful for my teachers. I'm thankful for my Anna. I'm thankful for my parents. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for that. Gratitude. When was the last time you thanked your Amma for the food that she cooked for you? When was the last time you called up your teacher on Teacher's Day and wished her, ma'am, your fifth standard teacher, did you call her up on September 5th and wish her for Teacher's Day? Ma'am, happy Teacher's Day to you. I have joined the BA English program. I need your blessings. Even yesterday, one of my students, Aparna Radhakrishnan, right? She 2012 to 2015, she studied here. Yes, yesterday evening, right? She called me up and said, "Sir, I'm applying for this interview. I need your blessings." Right? A teacher's blessings will always sustain you for life. Never talk one bad word about any teacher. Right? Always say positive things about others and have the sense of humor. Right? That will sustain you. So two things I told you. One is a sense of curiosity, following knowledge, and the second one is a sense of humor. Everything, take it in a very positive spirit. One of your past principals, right? Dr. Eugenie Pinto. I was surprised. Just 3 days back, I was introduced to her. She spoke. She must be, in her 70s now, if I'm right. Dr. Preeti may correct me, but she spoke with such passion and vigor at this age. I was so surprised that she spoke with such passion. I admitted her to a reading group, and what is the first thing she asked? Do you have any humorous books of fiction that sustains you? The more humorous you are, the more younger you look. I was so happy. Do you have any books of humor? The next day, immediately, I thought I should also read a lot of humor. See how people can impact you. You have your own principles and teachers as role models for that. Follow knowledge, right? All the days of your life, right? And this is, right, other noble personal goals that you can cultivate, cherish for your life. Right? What is that? Spreading education. Spreading education in the sense, helping those who are not able to access good education. Right? When you are lighted, right, there is a beautiful Chinese proverb that says, a candle loses nothing of its brightness by lighting another candle. A candle loses nothing of its brightness by lighting another candle. The more you share, the more you grow. So spreading knowledge, spreading education. When you learn something, you immediately share it. People used to ask, right, some of us, how do you, remember a lot of things? How do you remember such a lot of, books or years or things? We used to tell them, right, the way, it depends on the way you share your knowledge. When you share it, you'll be very careful, right? I have to put it in the right frame of mind and share it. When you share it, right, you also get equipped. So spread knowledge, share the knowledge, whatever comes to you, right? Like this, cast it on the waters, cast your bread on the waters, and many days later, you will find a huge dividend, right? In our BA and the MA program, that is the beauty. We cultivate good friends and share knowledge, not share all, music or videos alone, not sharing memes alone, not sharing all these things, right? Sharing knowledge, spreading knowledge. The next one, as I told you earlier, being self-empowered. Before you are self-empowered, at the end of your 3-year program, at the end of your 5-year program, you should stretch out your hands and say, oh world, I am equipped. I am worth 1 lakh rupees per month. I am worth 50,000 rupees a month. If you want, you take me. I won't come for a salary less than 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees because I'm so equipped. I'm so empowered. And empowered also has another connotation, being positive about yourself. I am the most beautiful person on this planet. Can you give me the definition of beauty in the dictionary? The one word that does not have a definition anywhere, any point of time is the word beauty. Because beauty is individualistic. Maybe because of the culture industry, you have some people shown, represented as beautiful. No, Every one of us on this planet, 8 billion people are unique. If you are unique, you are beautiful. Maybe you have 2 pimples here, or oily skin. You are special. Celebrate that. So if someone says, I have a pimple, right? So no one is talking to me. Celebrate that. You can never see a person like you anywhere on this planet. That means you are the most beautiful person on this planet. You may be short, celebrate it. You may be tall, celebrate it. You may be lean, celebrate it. You may be a bit obese, celebrate it. You may have long hair, celebrate it. You may have short hair, celebrate it. You may not know many languages. You might know only 2 languages, celebrate it. Whatever you are, that is you. Nobody can change that. So that is the next word. Please don't compare yourself with anyone else on this planet, because you are so unique and so one of a kind. And the next one is share with others, that we saw, right? The more we share, the more we grow, right? The more you are, no, I don't want to share this others, you won't grow. Right? You have seen all the great leaders in the past. Whatever they read, they share. Great writers, they share. Right? Only when you share anything, it could be anything. It could be a poem that you read, share it. It will go into your mind. Reinforcement, they call it, right? Share. It could be, a book that you read. After you read a book, don't keep it idle at home. Share it to others. For your birthday parties, for your friends' birthday parties, don't give them chocolates or cakes, right? I never prefer cakes, and blowing a cake on a birthday party is taboo. I tell it myself. Right? Don't do that. Instead of that, you can gift a book for your friend on their birthday, for your teacher on the birthday. Cultivate this habit of sharing with others whatever, right, you read, right? And this is very important, having very good role models, right? It could be your teachers. If I ask you the past 10 presidents of India, you might not immediately tell me. If I ask you who are the past 10 prime ministers of India, you might not immediately tell me. It might not come to your mind, although if you go to Google, you will get some answers. But if I ask you, who are the 5 people who have inspired you in your life, the next second you will tell me. 5 people who have touched your lives, the next moment you will tell me with a lot of gratefulness. And so these are what we call role models. Like, it need not necessarily be your teachers also. It could be anyone, right? It could be anyone. It could be Swami Vivekananda. It could be Dr. Radhakrishnan. It could be Nelson Mandela. It could be Barack Obama, right? Anybody. Right? Take some people as role. Why do you like them as role models? And how are they, right, going to be lights for your path? And please remember, like Dr. Preeti beautifully gave a wonderful point, vision. What is the end result? Just 3 years of my BA program and 2 years of my MA program. After that, I should never go and stand before my parents and ask, Amma, give me money, pocket money. Appa, give me money. I should not ask like that. After 5 years of my BA and MA program, I should be self-empowered. I should be able to stand on my own legs. I'll tell you a very small incident, right, from my own personal life that I've shared elsewhere once. The moment I finished my MA program, right, in my first attempt in 2001, I cleared my net. Right, Dr. Aparna Srinivas will be talking to you more about that later, right, job opportunities. When I cleared my net, that was the acme that I could ever achieve. I was so grateful to my librarian. Right, you won't believe, right, my librarian shaped my life so much for the better, because 5 years the library was my home. So after I cleared my net, the first person I rang up was my librarian, Dr. Manalan. And in the year 2015, right, if I'm right, 2014, I released my first 2 books. To whom I dedicated those books? To my guru, Dr. Manalan, right? And I asked him to come all the way from Tiruchi to the college where I, where I am working in MCC. I asked him to come. He came. Dr. Ganesh sponsored a beautiful silver plate for him. He was so touched. He was the one who conquered the whole show. Dr. Ganesh, my mentor and my very good friend, my kindred spirit, he said, Rufus, I'll sponsor this silver plate. Very expensive. He said, I'll give it to Dr. Manalan on your behalf. I'm so moved, he said. He came here. I released 2 books on the occasion. And you won't believe, right? I had the video with me. He was, Dr. Manalan, when he spoke, right? He was crying for at least 2 or 3 minutes. He was choking. He was crying for at least 2 or 3 minutes. Right? He couldn't speak. I'm so happy, he said. He gave me his blessings. I fell at his feet and got his blessings, releasing the 2 books in his honor. You will have role models. I'll just tell you one personal incident. After finishing my MA, I called up my librarian and told him that I have cleared my net. He was so happy. He said, you will get into the best college. That was his wishes for me, blessings for me. He said, Ami, you will get into the best institution. You will do your best, right? My Asirvadam for you, he said. I was moved. And after that, I joined an institution in Madurai. So the first month after June, right? June 30th, they gave me my first salary. Please remember, right? Your first salary is something so special for you, isn't it? Your first salary is something that, that is so memorable for you. So what happened was I got my very first salary. I didn't want to touch even a penny from that. I just wrapped it in the most beautiful gift paper that I possibly could, and then traveled all the way from Madurai to here. And then at home, my parents were there. My mom was in the kitchen doing some work. My dad was reading the newspaper. So I told them, Pa and Ma, come and sit here. They were curious. What is this guy doing suddenly all of us? I'm the eldest at home. Come and sit here, I said. They were curious. They were intrigued. So they sat right in the living room, in the sitting room. I gave them 2 chairs to sit. They sat. And then immediately, right, I fell at their feet and got their blessings and gave them the salary. You won't know the happiness that came to their hearts that moment when I gave them, handed them my first salary and sought their blessings. My mom was so moved. Tears rolled down her eyes. And I gave the money to Appa. He got the money, and it was like he was counting the money. And why was he counting the money? Right? Not because he needed the money. Please remember this. Even if you give 100 crore rupees to your parents, it will not equal the love, the affection, the unconditional love they have on you. It cannot equal. With joy, my son, my daughter, for the very first time, has been empowered that she can stand on her own legs. The greatest joy for a parent is when they see you earning your first money and giving it to them. That is what Dr. Preeti called vision. When you have this vision in your mind, when you have this vision, one day I should make my parents proud. I should make my teachers proud. I should make my friends proud. If you have this noble aim, you will definitely achieve. Like Dr. Preeti said, the entire universe will conspire to make you achieve more and above that you can even imagine. And this is the right time. Very short period of time you've got, not more. Very short period of time. So be inspired and be an inspiring person for others. Thank you so much.
Raksha? Thank you, Dr. Rufus. The floor is open for questions. If your students have any questions to ask Professor Rufus, you can ask. We can have 5 minutes or 10 minutes for questions. Students, this is your day, so feel free to ask any question if that is in your mind. You can unmute and ask.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Um, which
Introduce
kind of?
yourself. Introduce yourself, ma.
Sir, I'm Afina. I'm from BA Literature. And my question is, sir, I used to read books, I mean novels and all. Which kind of books are more preferable for my age?
Very good. Very good. Good question. See, if you are very good at reading, if you are good at English, the best kind of books would be novels, right? PG Woodhouse is the best writer to start with because he gives you a sense of humor and the language is also very good. So when I started my UG, when I asked the same question to my HOD, Dr. P. Nadarajan, he gave me the suggestion. Rufus, read PG Wodehouse, Wodehouse. And the very next day, I went to the bookshop and bought PG Woodhouse, Leave It to Smith, and I started reading. Such humor you'll never find anywhere. And apart from this, there are also other, a whole lot of non-fiction books, self-inspirational, motivational books are there. You can read them. And for added humor, there are comics available like Tintin is there, Asterix is there. They also enhance your literary quotient, right? So I would suggest you start with PG Woodhouse for the language, right? To imbibe the language. Very good question.
Anybody else?
Thank you, sir.
Yes.
Faculty, if anyone has any question. Sir, I think they're just tongue-tied, and the wow factor has been so huge. They probably will uh, imbibe all that you have shared, and they are dumbstruck actually. That's what I wanted to say. They are dumbstruck and they are contemplating on all that you have said. So I'm very pleased that this inaugural lecture has been more than a spark. It is a flame, a bright flame, from which each of us can, to which each of us can bring our candles and light our own lives. That's all I can say. So come one, come everyone, light up your lives beginning today. And we will now have the formal vote of thanks. Raksha, you can.
Yes, ma'am. On behalf of QMC and the Department of English, I would like to thank our chief guest today, Dr. Rufus. Thank you very much, sir. As usual, it's a very delightful session from you. And it's a different experience for staff also, listening to your speech to the students. So far, we have listened only to the staff and we have listened to your lectures and refresher courses and all. But today we had a very different session and we also learned a lot of things how to address the students in an inspiring way. Thank you very much. And you really told the students that it is very important to be unique. To be unique is to be beautiful is such a wonderful explanation for the word beauty. And I'm sure our students will be very much inspired by your speech and they will definitely cultivate the habit of reading, learning, and not only that, they will also learn to share it, which is more important, I think, which you told our students. Thank you very much for that. And on behalf of the entire staff, department, and the students, I thank you very much, sir. Thank you. And I also thank our principal for giving permission for the arrangement of this orientation function today. And uh, of course, our driving force, behind this program, our HOD ma'am, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan. Thank you very much, ma'am, for always there to guide us, to motivate us to do things like this. It is also a very good experience for us to learn new things and to improve us. And last but not the least, I thank our students for listening to the session, and I hope you all would have been inspired by sir's speech. I thank everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear friends. Thank you, Dr. Kartika.
Yes, ma'am.
And just an announcement. Tomorrow's program begins at 8:50, the way we began today. Please log in between 8:30 and 8:45. Some of you came in late, and it was a difficult thing for me to admit you. Since I'm the speaker tomorrow, I cannot do both, admitting you as well as do my part. So please see that you are in tomorrow by 8:45. And I hope you took notes of this lecture and you have a separate notebook for this. I advised you to get a separate notebook for this lecture series. So girls, I wouldn't hold you back from your next class. Thank you so much. Thank you, my colleagues, for being there. Thank you.
Thank you
Have a
very much.
beautiful day.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.